Good evening. We'll be starting tonight's program in just a moment. Good evening and welcome to the 14th Annual Student Athlete Awards Banquet and CSUSM Athletics Hall of Fame Induction Ceremony. As we begin, we want to respectfully acknowledge the Lisenyo Payacuishan people on whose traditional territory we are gathered. We acknowledge them as the past, present, and future caretakers of this land. Tonight, we will recognize all the hard work, dedication, and service by CSUSM student athletes throughout this past academic year and honor the accomplishments and accolades of our past. So sit back and enjoy the show.
As Badrani, a little calculated coming out here of the gate. Rasha Badrani back in 4th place at the moment. Badrani has a lot of ground to make up here coming to the final 50 meters. Coming down here, and how about this comeback from Rasha Badrani? She knew exactly what she was doing from the get-go, and Badrani comes back 52.92, matching her personal best this season. She comes away with the win here in the women's 400 meters.
Today is a special day for Cal State San Marcos as it honors founding head baseball coach Dennis A. Pugh.
Individual champion with a score of 6 over par, 222 from Cal State San Marcos, Madison Murr.
So proud of this team and everything we've done all year. Really happy we're able to get the 6-peat.
It doesn't matter if the world is going mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
Please welcome to the stage our Director of Athletics, Murad Shah.
Wow, what an amazing highlight. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight. Whether you're a student athlete, a coach, an administrator, supporter of our programs, we're so happy you're here. Not only are we celebrating our annual Student Athlete Awards Banquet, but as a part of our 25th anniversary celebration, we're also bringing back our Hall of Fame induction ceremony by inducting former cross-country track and field head coach Steve Scott and the members of our 2009, 10, 11 women's cross-country NAIA national championship teams who are here tonight. Before we get started, I would like to give a special thank you to our awards banquet committee members, Todd Sneddon, Vanessa Crespin, Jordan Frisky, Armando Lara, Mindy Mills, Tyler Morrison, Lisa Dickinson, and David Nathanson for all of their hard work to make this a special night tonight. Out of all the events that we do each year, this is one of my favorites. Yes, the food is amazing, and thank you, Mr. Taco, for being such a great sponsor for the food tonight, and Federated Insurance for making tonight a really special for all. But really, it's my favorite event because tonight we get to celebrate our Cougar family and all the amazing achievements you as student athletes have accomplished throughout the year, athletically, academically, and in the community. A key word there is family. While most of us spend more time with the people in this room than we do with our own families at home, it's a special bond that we share together as Cougars that makes our time here so memorable. It's a family bond that will continue to grow into the future and well beyond your time here at CSUSM. I'm in awe and so proud of the continued dedication, sacrifice, resiliency that you show day in and day out in the classroom and on the competition surface. That is a part of your legacy here at CSUSM as student athletes. You truly represent what it means to be a Cougar, and you continue to pave the way for future Cougars like the ones that did before you. We have a lot of folks in this room tonight that have been and will continue to be a part of your journey. At this time, I'd like to ask that if you are a staff member, a coach, an administrator, an alum, a counselor, a dietitian, a president, a vice president, basically anyone who's not a student athlete, please stand up and remain standing for a second there. Student athletes, please take a moment to look around. Everyone standing here tonight is here to make sure that you feel supported, that you are welcome, and that you are successful during your time here at CSUSM. This is your Cougar family. Let's give them another round of applause for all their great work. The 2024-25 academic year was another great year for us to celebrate with many accomplishments. Our student athletes continue to raise the bar competitively and in the classroom. This past fall semester, the Department of Athletics had a fall team GPA of an outstanding 3.37 for the entire department. 77% of our student athletes have a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. 50% of our student athletes have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. And we place a total of 44 student athletes on the CCA Academic Honor Roll. And for the 14th semester in a row, all of our teams have an average fall term GPA of 3.0 or higher. So let's celebrate that. Lastly, our men's golf team had the fall team GPA of 3.43, which is the highest amongst our men's programs. And volleyball, way to go, men's golf. Volleyball, where are you? There you go. Volleyball, you had the highest fall women's team GPA and the highest team GPA for our entire department in the fall with a 3.6 GPA for the team. I would also like to highlight our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Our SAAC ambassadors for CSUM Athletics has represented us well, not only on campus, but also in the community. They hosted and took part in 10 different events through the academic year that benefited multiple national, local, and campus organizations such as Make-A-Wish, the San Marcos Boys and Girls Club, and even partnered with our CSUSM Alumni Association. Their impact was greatly felt, and we can't thank them enough for their leadership that they've shown this past year. Congratulations to our fall sports for having a great year that saw men's and women's cross country have 12 CCAA honor roll selections and a CCAA runner of the week. Our men's and women's soccer teams saw success as a team, and our very own men's soccer, Ryan Menardis, and women's soccer, Danielle Paulson, were selected to the first team All-CCA honors. Congrats to our women's soccer student athletes, Natalia Huntington, Allison Marcure, Natalie Paulson, and Isabel Walsh for being selected to CCA honorable mention. Combined, both programs saw a total of 9 Cougars named to the CSC Academic All-District Team and 16 CCA Honor Rolls. Volleyball, 10 of you were named to the CCA Fall Academic Honor Roll, with 4 of you being named to the CSC Academic All-District Team. And shout out to Isabel Bakken, Jackie Phillips, and Jessica Thomas for being selected All CCA Honorable Mention. Men's and women's basketball, you continue to dazzle us on the court, and both programs continue to show growth each year. Congrats to Rory Hetrick from women's basketball for being selected to the All-CCA second team. Both programs saw Dexter Stratton from men's basketball and Rose Morris from women's basketball also get selected as All-CCA honorable mentions. Combined, our programs saw 6 Cougars named to the CSC Academic All-District Team. A special shout out to men's basketball for hosting a transformational sports and life skills clinic in partnership with CSUSM Tribal Engagement, bringing an American Indian youth to campus where they learn life skills, basketball skills, and what it takes to be a student athlete and a student here at CSUSM. Thank you. Our spring sports are winding down, and all of our teams are preparing for some deep postseason runs. Our baseball team is on the verge of making their second straight CCA tournament appearance and have had multiple big wins against top 25 opponents, including #1 Tampa. Additionally, we had the honor of naming just a few weeks ago our baseball field after our founding head coach, the late Dennis Pugh. Softball had another amazing year, and it was just announced just an hour ago that Paige Donnelly, Madison Waymeyer, Jaylene Sloss, Gianna Lombardi, Dahlia Fink, Savannah Coyle, all earned all CCA softball selections. Our team is currently ranked number 25 in the country. Our team is ranked number 25 in the country and leaves tomorrow for the CCA Softball Championships at Sonoma. Good luck, Cougars. Bring us home another banner, will ya? All right. Both men's and women's golf have had great seasons, and both teams are preparing to head to their NCAA West Regionals. Women's golf is coming off of their 6th, yes, I said 6th, straight CCAA championship. Our #2 nationally ranked golfer, Madison Murr, won the individual golfer title to go along with the 3 other tournaments that she took home this year. And head coach Greg Hutton, where are you? Please stand up. Okay, so this isn't public information yet, so everyone in this room's got to keep this a secret until tomorrow. But I'm going to say it here for all of us. Tomorrow morning, Coach Hutton will be named the CCAA Women's Golf Coach of the Year for the 7th year in a row. Congrats, Coach. Last but certainly not least, we have track and field. And before I list some of their highlights so far this year, last year we had a track and field at the national championships. Our very own Nick Melanese earned the Elite 90 award, marking it the first time in department history that one of our Cougars have won the award. The Elite 90 is presented to the student athlete with the highest cumulative GPA participating at the final sites for each of the NCAA's 90 championships. Congratulations, Nick. What an amazing accomplishment. Men's and women's track and field has had another incredible year that saw a total of 74 top 10 program performances, 11 school records, and 11 provisional marks for NCAA nationals. And then we have Rasha Badrani. Rasha, will you stand up for me, please? In addition to setting 3 outdoor records this year and being named the NCAA Division II West Region Indoor Track Athlete of the Year, a USA Track and Field First Team All-American, and the San Diego Sports Association Star of the Month for the month of March. In addition to all that, on March 15th, Rasha became our track and field program's first ever NCAA national champion, winning the indoor 400-meter final. Rasha, congratulations again on becoming a national championship. Good luck in your quest later this spring, and I'm confident and hopeful that you'll have an opportunity to compete for 1 and maybe even 2 more national championships. So good luck. As I close my remarks tonight, last year I spoke about celebrating 25 years in athletics. This past year, we did so by honoring the student athletes and the coaches from the last 25 years who helped build our programs to where they are today. We held events with family, friends, alumni, and really just got to celebrate the last 25 years. A special thank you to the Director of Alumni Engagement, Michelle Romans, and our Associate Vice President of Alumni Engagement and Events, Lori Brockett, for their instrumental support with connecting with all of the student-athlete alumni the last 25 years. We couldn't have done this without both of your amazing support. These events gave us an opportunity to reflect, honor, and celebrate the last 25 years in athletics. As we look forward to the next 25 years, I look out here and I see our student-athletes that are ready to take the next chapter in the next 25 years of our program. I see All-Americans, I see campus leaders, I see national champions, and I see a group of folks that are ready to take that torch and take us higher and higher than we have ever been before. On behalf of CSUSM, we all believe in you, and we are all proud of you, and excited to see what you will achieve next. The sky is truly the limit for all of you, and we're behind you the whole way. Thank you, and go Cougars. Now I have the distinct honor to introduce a big-time Cougar fan. President Neufeld has been such a great supporter of CSUSM athletics and our student athletes. I say this every year, but it's not every day that a university president regularly attends games, comes out to our senior day celebrations, and we're so lucky to have her and her senior leadership team be so supportive of our athletic programs. We appreciate your continued support and leadership of CSUSM. That being said, Cougars, please join me. A loud welcome to the stage, our CSUSM President, Dr. Ellen Neufeld.
All right, Cougars. I think some people are partying tonight. Is that right? I mean, sober partying, but partying nonetheless. So, I know, okay, I got the whole room going now. All right, come back to me for just a moment, because we got your awards. That's the most important thing, right? So, this is about celebrating you, but also as I was hearing our wonderful athletic director, who I think is this finishing out your first year as athletic director, Murad? Has he not done an incredible job this year? I'm so proud to have you leading our Cougars each and every day. And as I was listening to you and thinking about 25 years, what that means. Some of us are older than 25 years. I won't say by how much, but I don't know. It's hard to think about how far this program has come in such a short amount of time. The university has only been here 35 years, and the athletics program has come roaring in, really building a part of what our university is as part of the culture. And all of you are continuing that in amazing fashion, because not only are you winning on the field, but I just heard Murad go through your wonderful academic success, all of the community service that you do, really stepping up to show what it means to be a Cougar, and especially what it means to be a Cougar athlete. So let's give all of you a round of applause one more time. Now, Murad highlighted all of the people that are here supporting Cougar athletics day in and day out. But I also just want to give a few shout outs of my own. He talked about the leadership team, and while I can't name everybody, I am joined here tonight by Patricia Prada Olmos and Viridiana Diaz from the university leadership team. So thank you to you and all of the university leaders that are here. But also, we have here people that are supporting Cougar athletics with their heart and soul, and I'm so happy that Trudy Mangrum and Bo Zerzinski could join us, Carlene Kreider and Dick Lansing, and Mark and Emily Hirsch. Thank you for being here and always supporting Cougar athletics day in and day out. But most importantly, I've gotten a chance alongside you to really look at legacy in Cougar athletics. I got to be there when we named the field, and the baseball field, that is. And while I didn't have the opportunity to know Dennis Pugh, I got to know him through his family, and also understand when I saw our baseball players, along with their coach, getting the field ready, that was something that they intended to continue, the care and love for that field and what it meant to be part of every aspect of the game. That really is about legacy, and I was so honored to be a part of that and to share and learn again about the history and where we've come. We're also going to celebrate that with the Hall of Fame, and I'm so glad that's coming back right now. I was also honored to get to know Steve Scott, who we get to honor later. That's really something. Thank you for building a program, for helping be some of the seeds in growing Cougar athletics. What that means so much to all of us. So I know I'm getting ahead of where we are, but thank you so much, Steve. And so now, it's enough about me, and it's on with the program. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause for CSUSM President Dr. Ellen Neufeld and all of her support for athletics this year. Please welcome your 2024-25 SAAC presidents from men's golf, Armand Rogozar, and women's volleyball, Jackie Phillips.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Student Athlete Advisory Council, it is my honor to welcome you all to this year's Student Athlete Awards Banquet. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the incredible achievements, leadership, and spirit of our athletics community. Congratulations to everyone on their amazing achievements tonight and all season long. This past year has been an outstanding one for SAAC. Through your leadership, service, and commitment, we continue to strengthen the bonds between athletics, campus life, and our greater San Marcos community. Whether it was through our fundraising efforts, volunteer initiatives, or showing up for each other both in competition and beyond, each of you has played a key role in making a difference, and for that we are grateful. A few highlights from SAAC this year include collecting and donating toys for the San Marcos Boys and Girls Club during our holiday toy drive, prioritizing community service by volunteering at multiple elementary schools, making a difference in the lives of young children, collecting and donating basic needs items and sending them to the Women's Resource Center, and hosting our second annual Make-A-Wish Cornhole Tournament, allowing us to donate $335 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. When we started this year, SAAC was carrying a little bit of inherited debt, but thanks to some very successful beanie and bucket hat sales, we're proud to say that we're officially debt-free.
Behind all these initiatives, there were countless hours of planning, collaboration, and deviation from our SAAC reps, executive board, and advisors. Thank you to Dr. Ben Cherry and our newest member, Lisa Dickinson. None of this could have been possible without their energy and commitment. And special shout out to Todd for guiding and supporting us throughout the year and only rolling his eyes at us occasionally. And to our incredible SAAC team, as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. I will start by recognizing our executive board. Vice President from men's baseball, Ethan Rivera. Our social media liaisons, from women's track and cross country, Emily Mendoza. From women's soccer, Natalie Paulson. Treasurer from men's golf, Cutter Ayers. Secretary from women's track and cross country, Taylor Cartwright. And ASI representative from women's golf, Madison Murr. And now for our other team representatives. From baseball, Connor Gleisner, Mateo Lake, and Nolan Long. From men's basketball, Uriah Foster and Donovan Watkins.
From women's basketball, Caitlin Beal and Tatum Tamashiro. From men's cross country and track and field, Aiden Fernandez, Matthew Musa, and Braden Oberg. From women's cross country and track and field, Anna Moreno. And from women's golf, Chloe Ron and Maddie Reed. From men's soccer, Parker Patterson. From women's soccer, Danielle Paulson and Luca Paccio. From softball, Mackenzie Giuliano, Delaney Prater, Elizabeth Ruiz, and Brooklyn Uri. And for volleyball, Jessica Thomas, Nalila Trower, and Jackie Phillips. Thank you all for your leadership, hard work, and heart this year. SAAC wouldn't have achieved what it did without each of you. And before moving forward with our program, we would like to announce the name of your SAAC president for next year. We are excited to see that you will accomplish and how you will continue to move SAAC forward. Please welcome your new SAAC president from women's soccer, Natalie Paulson.
Okay, thank you. They don't know, but I'm going to say a little spiel about them, so they get to stand up here and have you guys all stare at them. But good evening. It is my privilege to share with you guys some highlights of our committee work under the leadership of Armand and Jackie this year. They have been strategic with their planning of SAAC initiatives, transparent in their communication, and lead our discussions collaboratively. Their servant leadership centered on advocating for student-athlete interests and promoting positive change within our department. This committee continues to play a crucial role in providing a voice for all student-athletes through engagement and advocacy for change. A characteristic exemplified by both of them throughout this year is involved. I think one of the key characteristics of a leader is just showing by example, and they both did that day in and day out, constantly volunteering their time, their effort, doing stuff behind the scenes, and being the first ones to volunteer for anything that SAAC was a part of. Because of their leadership, our committee was able to make an impact on the lives of students from the San Marcos Boys and Girls Club, impact through the North County Food Bank serving our community, and they took on the challenge of selling bucket hats that were passed on to us from last year's SAAC committee, and we still have some for sale if anyone wants to purchase and support our committee and Make-A-Wish Foundation. At this time, I would like to thank the entire committee for their work this year. Really a job well done, and everyone just stepping up and constantly putting their time and effort forward. And I would also like to individually thank our SAAC co-presidents. They began strategizing together last spring at the CCA SAAC meeting in Irvine. They organized our meetings, served as spokespersons, maintained consistent communication, and played a key role in the planning, developing, and implementing of our SAAC objectives for the year. Jackie, thank you for your leadership and contributions, and for taking on the health and wellness fair and really just showing your passion through that. And Armand, thank you as well. Our attendance serving meals at the North County Food Bank is one of our most attended community service events, and that was because of your passion and vision to serve our local community. Please join me in thanking this year's SAAC co-presidents, Armand and Jackie.
And now it's time for tonight's awards. All recipients, please enter the stage on the right-hand side. Please welcome to the stage from cross country and track and field, Matthew Musa, Anna Moreno, and head coach Tori Olson.
All right, perfect. So, the Dr. Hal Charnofsky Service Award is given annually to the 2 student athletes at each conference institution who participate in a conference sport. Recipients are selected by the respective athletic department members in constellation with the institution's faculty athletics representative. The award is named after the late Dr. Hal Charnofsky, a longtime faculty athletics representative from Cal State Dominguez Hills. The Charnofsky Service Award recognizes student athletes who have distinguished themselves in the classroom, in their sport, and by actively participating in community service events and activities throughout the year.
Our first Charnofsky Service Award winner is a junior athletically and technically a senior since she is graduating this year in just 3 years of school. She is a Business Administration Management Information Systems major and is an NCAA National Champion and CCAA champion with multiple school records. Please join me in recognizing our first Charnofsky Service Award winner from cross country and track and field, the incredible Rasha Badrani.
All right. Now, our second Charnofsky Service Award winner is in graduate school pursuing a specialized MBA in Business Analytics. He has maintained a 4.0 GPA all 4 years and was bestowed the Student Leadership Award last year from the Dean of Students and was a recipient of the NCAA Division II 50th Anniversary Scholarship. Athletically, he is a 2-time CCA champion and all-region honoree. Everybody, please join me in congratulating our second Charnofsky Service Award winner tonight for men's cross country and track and field, Nick Melanese.
All right, I get to award one additional award that Murad has already mentioned to the man standing on the stage here. I just want to tell a story about this award because this is the Elite 90 award that we're talking about, who Murad has already indicated goes to the student at the national championship final site with the highest GPA among all competitors. And so that was Nick last year. And what I have to say is that when I got the honor of presenting this award to him in front of everybody gathered at the NCAA championships, on the top of the podium, in front of everybody, we walked off and he said, I guess this is the consolation prize, because he had pneumonia at the conference championships and couldn't compete and was out for about 2 weeks. And then we got to nationals and he got sick again going into nationals. And so he kind of limped through the prelims of that event. And I say that not because I want to represent a negative attitude or anything that you might be thinking, but because this guy here, he's been with us for 5 years, starting in the year of COVID when I coached him virtually and he thought I was a lot taller than I am. The first thing he said when he finally met me. Anyway, all the way through to that moment. But the whole time, I think the thing you got to know about Nick is that he has set such a high standard for himself and the people around him, to the point where I've coached 2 national championship teams, 15 individual national champions, and 1 Elite 90 award recipient. And you know, he's receiving the award thinking this is my consolation prize because I wanted to be an All-American and that was what was going to happen if I hadn't gotten pneumonia 3 weeks ago. But that, you know, that's the thing that I'm really going to miss. And so for everybody here who is in the men's distance group, you're going to have to not have this guy next year. Someone's going to need to be the guy showing up every day saying, the standard can be even higher than it is, right? Well, you got a few months to figure it out, but it's been really a privilege to get to work with you for the last 5 years. Because, even for me, he's the person always asking in my life, how can the standard be a little higher? So, to your consolation prize and also what's to come in the next month.
Please welcome to the stage the department's sports performance coach, Sam Snyder.
All right. Thank you, guys. A little bit. So, sure, a lot of you guys know I'm not very good at big speeches, so I got my notes. I'm going to try my best. Just bear with me if it gets ugly. So before I get into the awards, I just want to give some well-deserved shout-outs because the sports performance program has evolved so much this year, and it wouldn't have been possible without a ton of help and support. So first off, I just want to thank Murad, Todd, and Jordan for helping and allowing me to make a ton of facility and equipment upgrades this year. They've been put to good use, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Next, a ton of athletes have gone out of their way this year to not only help us clean, build new equipment, but stand out as leaders and just always bring great energy. So I'm extremely grateful for that, especially the 4 athletes we had this year interning with me. We had Madison, Savannah, Connor, and Kalathan. So thank you guys for that. So sports performance is really unique in the sense that we get to work with every single athlete pretty much the entire year. We see you guys on your best days and your worst days, and the thing that really keeps everything moving is the energy that you bring day in and day out. So please also give yourself a round of applause because you played a big part in this. So thank you. And then last but certainly not least, I have to give a huge shout out to Zach Jordan. So everybody give that. Zach has pretty much been with me since day one of last year and has grown into an invaluable part of this program. He's poured his heart and soul into this, and I think every single athlete has benefited from him being here in one way or another. He has progressed exponentially as a coach over the last 2 years and has made a massive impact on all of us. I personally can't thank him enough, and I'm sure all of you agree. So let's give one more time to Zach. All right. Finally, on to the awards. So one of my firm beliefs on what makes a great athlete is what you do when no one is watching. Both of these athletes have gone above and beyond this year in the weight room, and their results speak for themselves. They're also both all over the record board if you need any more proof of that. So first up on the women's side, I'm going to announce it and then I'll say a few nice things. But first up on the women's side, this year's Sports Performance Athlete of the Year goes to Madison Waymeyer. Thank you. So, Madison is undoubtedly the strongest female athlete I've ever had the pleasure to coach anywhere I've worked. She continuously pushed herself and her teammates all year, and while interning with me in the fall, she was always eager to learn and help out in any way she could. So she was not only a leader to softball, but to every athlete she worked with. Congratulations, Madison. All right, and then on the men's side, for the second year in a row, Sports Performance Athlete of the Year goes to Kalathan Lewa McKay. Anyone who has seen the intensity that Clathan brings to the weight room knows just how much he deserves to win this back-to-back years. I've repeatedly challenged him over the last 2 years, and not once has he backed down from anything I've given him. Even with a difficult workload and a challenging class schedule, he never stops impressing me with his dedication and positive attitude. He's also interning with me as well, and not only has he shown a commitment to develop himself, but to be an inspiration to all the San Marcos athletes. Congratulations.
In recognition of Bob and Ruth Mangrum, who have generously supported CSUSM athletics over the years, the Mangrum Award for Academic Excellence was named after in their honor, recognizing our perfect Cougars in the classroom from spring 2024 and fall 2024. In attendance tonight is Trudy Mangrum and her longtime business partner, Bo Chervinsky. Please join me in thanking them for their continued support of CSUSM and Cougar athletics. And now, please welcome to the stage from women's soccer, Danielle and Natalie Paulson, who will present this year's Mangrum Awards for Academic Excellence.
Here are the winners for the Mangrum Awards for Spring 2024. When you hear your name, please come up to the stage. From men's soccer, Tilo Undutch. From women's golf, Reagan Barton. From women's golf, McKenna Cabardo. From volleyball, Mia Christensen. From baseball, Nico Diaz. From volleyball, Sophia Hedquist. From women's soccer, Claire Hernandez. From women's soccer, Lily Jensen. From women's basketball, Natalie Nicolosi. From women's soccer, Hannah Ramos. From softball, Elizabeth Ruiz. From women's cross-country track and field, Jessica Schemp. From women's cross-country track and field, Carly Sugar. From women's cross-country track and field, Hayden Sumner. From volleyball, Jessica Thomas. And from softball, Brooklyn Yuri. Next up, we have the Mangrum Award winners from fall 2024. From women's cross-country track and field, Rasha Badrani. From men's cross-country track and field, Henry Baxter. From men's golf, Vinny Benston. From women's cross-country track and field, Simone Cable. From women's cross-country track and field, Kristen Cole. From softball, Ray Diamato. From softball, Jordan Elias. From men's basketball, Will Harris. From women's basketball, Camille Johnson. From women's cross-country track and field, Kyla Jones. From men's track and field, Kalathan Lewa McKay. From women's track and field, Freda Lamas. From women's basketball, Luca Lowenberg. From women's soccer, Emily Mahmood. From men's golf, Jason McElroy, sorry. From women's cross country, track and field, Emma Mills. From women's golf, Madison Murr. From men's golf, Owen Otto. From women's soccer, Danielle Paulson. From women's cross country, track and field, Lauren Preacher. From men's track and field, Will Prouty. From women's track and field, Autumn Shoemaker. From women's basketball, Casey Slover. From softball, Hannah Tandy. From men's basketball, Max Tengen. From women's volleyball, Nalia Trower. From softball, Madison Waymeyer. From women's track and field, Tyler Wolf. And from men's soccer, Malachi Wright. And now our 2024 Mangrum Award winners for both spring and fall of 2024. From women's soccer, Lexi Ibarra. From women's soccer, Nani Kiaaina. From men's cross country track and field, Nick Melanese. From women's cross country track and field, Lauren Meredith. From softball, Marissa Morales. From women's soccer, Natalie Paulson. And from women's soccer, Isabel Walsh. From women's cross country track and field, Kayla Rathhall. And from women's track and field, Rochelle Zilovec.
Let's give all of our Mangrum Award for Academic Excellence Award winners another round of applause. Please welcome back to the stage CSUSM Director of Athletics, Murad Shah.
How's everyone doing so far? Okay? All right. Oh, that's a little too calm for me. How's everyone doing so far? Okay. So since 2011, the purpose of the CSUSM Athletics Hall of Fame has been to provide recognition for outstanding alumni who excelled in athletics while at Cal State San Marcos and later proved to be successful in their life's work. In addition, the Hall of Fame shall cite those distinguished supporters of CSUSM athletics, as well as members of the administrative and support staff within athletics who materially and significantly contributed to the total development of successful student athletes. From the cross-country track and field program's inception in 1999 until his retirement in 2018, Steve Scott helped our women's cross-country program win 3 consecutive NAIA national championships, was a 3-time NAIA Women's Cross Country Coach of the Year, was an 11-time AII Men's and Women's Cross Country Coach of the Year and coached a combined 137 NAIA Division II All-Americans in cross country and track and field. Before his coaching days, Steve was a student athlete himself at UC Irvine, winning the NCAA Division II 1,500 meter championship in 3 consecutive seasons from 1975 through 1977. As a professional, he won the 15-meter Olympic trials in 1980, but the United States boycotted the games later that year in Moscow due to the Cold War tensions. In 1981, he set the American record for the mile, 348.68. Yes, that's really fast. And the 1,500 meter in 331.96. He bettered his mile record time to 347.69 the following year, setting a mark that stood for over 25 years. Steve won the silver medal in the 1,500 meter at the International Association of Athletics Federation IAAF World Outdoor Championships in 1983 and competed in the 1984 and 1988 Olympics. Over the course of his career, Steve was a national outdoor 1,500 meter champion 6 times. He has run the mile in under 4 minutes, a world record 136 times. For his feat in the signature event, Scott earned the moniker the Miler. Following his competitive running career, Scott started coaching as an assistant at Azusa Pacific University in 1993 and later joined CSUSM in 1999. In 2002, Steve was inducted to the National Track and Field Hall of Fame. And just a quick little story. When I first started in 2013, I used to drive to work over there on Barham, and every morning I'd come in around 7:30 a.m. and I'd see this guy running with our our cross-country athletes, and he's leading the pack. And I'm like, who is this guy? I see him every morning, right? And finally, I got to meet Steve and really understood, but it wasn't until our first home cross-country meet in my first year that after the meet was done, it was successful at everything, and then I see this long line of student athletes competing from all over, taking off their shoes and asking him to sign their shoes and photos. And I said, okay, I gotta look this up. And it's very few people that you actually know that you can Google and be like, oh wow, he's amazing. So, fun story. But over time, I've been fortunate enough to be able to work with you, in the short time that you and I got to work together, and it's been such an honor. So, thank you for everything that you've done. You're not only a Hall of Fame athlete and a Hall of Fame coach, but you're also a Hall of Fame person. So thank you, Steve. Once again, thank you for everything you've done for our CSUSM student athletes during your time here. You're definitely woven into the fabric and the history of our entire department. Your impact is still felt today. I also would like to take the time to thank Joanne, his wife. Joanne, I know the amount of support and the sacrifice it took from you to allow Steve be the Hall of Fame person and coach that he is today. On behalf of CSUSM, thank you so much for supporting him and our department. With that said, it is my honor and privilege to officially welcome head coach Steve Scott to the stage as we induct him into the class of 2025 for CSUSM Athletics Hall of Fame.
First of all, I'd just like to thank Murad and the whole athletic department for this tremendous honor of inducting me and my teams into the Cal State San Marcos Hall of Fame. There's been so many people involved in our success, and I'd like to take the opportunity tonight to highlight the people that made the biggest difference in this program here at the cross country and track program at Cal State San Marcos. First and foremost, Bob and Ruth Mangrum, who I never would have had this job if it wasn't for them. And Trudy, Would you please stand up? Bob and Ruth's daughter, who continues to support athletics here at Cal State San Marcos. But like I said, if it wasn't for Bob and Ruth, I never would have had this job. It was 1998. My running career was over. I was looking for a way to make a living, going from job to job, floundering, more or less, and couldn't find anything that had the same passion that I had for running. Pretty much prayed every day to find some direction in my life. Out of the blue, I got a call from the administration here at San Marcos, and they asked me if I wouldn't mind coming and saying a few kind words about Bob Mangrum, who had donated the money to build the track. I guess Bob was a fan of mine and knew about my career, and I obviously said I would love to. Unfortunately, on the day of the event, a family emergency came up, and I wasn't able to make it. So I called them, administration. I said, look, I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. Please, what can I do to thank Bob and Ruth for their support of San Marcos? So they arranged for me to go to Bob's house up in Valley Center. We went for a run, came back sitting by the pool, and Bob asked me, you know that they're starting a track and cross-country program at Cal State San Marcos. And I go, oh, that's great. He goes, well, do you know of anybody that'd be interested in coaching? I go, yeah, me. He was shocked because he thought I was this big, successful businessman making lots of money and wouldn't be interested in coaching at Cal State San Marcos for a pretty minimum salary, but we made do. Anyway, God answers prayers. Bob and Ruth didn't just get me the job here. They continued to support Cal State San Marcos with scholarships, supporting the athletic department. I asked him if he could build a cross-country course. He brought out his tractors and his dump trucks and built the cross-country course, which is still out there today. The hammer ring, we needed a level surface for the landing zone on the hammer. He brought, again, his tractors and trucks out, made the landing zone. And also he bought our national championship rings. So Bob continued to support the program all the way through until my retirement, and I think family has continued to support. I forever owe a debt of gratitude to Bob and Ruth Mangrum. So when I got here, I knew how to coach, but I didn't know about the administrative part of it. You could say that if you look up computer illiterate in the dictionary, there'd be my picture. I had no idea what I was doing as far as the administrative part. Thankfully, in came Debbie Dale, the heart and soul of the early years of the San Marcos Athletic Department. She taught me everything I needed to know about the athletic administrative part. It only took her about 4 or 5 years, but eventually I got it. But the strongest point of Debbie Dale was her ability to recruit. She always had a candy jar in her office, and I would bring in all my recruits to talk to Debbie Dale because she had so much enthusiasm about Cal State San Marcos and the athletics. She would sell the athlete better than I could. She would make the athlete feel like they were going to Stanford by the time they left her office. So she was really responsible for getting the program underway, and I'm forever grateful to her for her patience and understanding. Unfortunately, Debbie passed away at a very early age, but she'll always be in my heart. I would say that 95% of our team's success was due to my volunteer assistant coach, Whitney Krempen. Whitney, stand up. Whitney trained with these athletes daily. She showed them what it took to be a champion. She worked with them mentally, giving them the confidence that they needed and the relaxation that was needed to compete at that national level. In fact, Whitney ran a lot better after she graduated than when she was running for me. And I think the reason was because she had a sense of purpose. She wanted to help the others to succeed at the highest level possible. She would warm up with the athletes on race day. She would keep them relaxed and confident, and especially at nationals, she was just a giant help. She would drive the buses up to Mammoth, organize volleyball tournaments up in Mammoth. There's only one mess up that Whitney ever had, and that was when she tried to take a 12-passenger van and go four-wheeling up in Mammoth. You were with him. She got the van stuck, and it took him 6 hours to get it loose. But she was late for practice. That was the biggest thing. So Whitney, thank you for being the catalyst of our championships. So as I said before, we would go up to Mammoth every year for a training camp. We would take up somewhere between 20 athletes for an 8-day trip. And do you know how much food 20 young athletes eat on a daily basis? Well, if you want to know, ask another volunteer assistant coach, my wife, Joanne. Stand up, Joanne. So she would help drive the vans up to Mammoth. She would run with the kids in her 40s. We're at 8,000 feet. She would, after the run, she would go by and check all the condos to see what food was needed for that afternoon or the next day. She would go to the store, buy the food, come back, put it in all the different condos, make dinner, and then be ready for the next day for the same routine. Except for 1 year. Unfortunately, I had a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot that goes to your lung. So the doctors highly suggested that I don't go to Mammoth up to altitude because I've got oxygen 24 hours a day with a little oxygen tank, and that probably wouldn't work too well up at altitude. So I begged Joanne to please take the kids up there. They look so forward to it, and if they don't have the opportunity to go, it'll just be heartbreaking for them. And so, again, I pleaded with her, begged, bribed, everything I could. So she ended up going up with my assistant coach, Wes Williams. Did you go too, Whitney? Yeah. So Wes, Whitney, and Joanne took the team up there, again, drove them up there, ran with the kids, then had to go and mark the trails for the next day. So she would call me when she's on the trail. Do we go left here or right? I'm at home. She's driving on the trail. I don't know where she is. Go left. But they never got lost. You never lost anybody. You came back with all the kids. So she would mark the trails, go to the store, make the dinners, and take them for afternoon hikes and still be ready for the next day. She also was a tremendous inspiration to all the team. In her 40s, still competing at a very high level. And in fact, I know a couple times you beat some of our girls in her 40s. She's also the calming and correcting influence for me. When we were at nationals, she would calm me down. I would come home and I'd say, I made another person cry. She'd go, what did you do now? So I know I can never repay you, but I will always keep trying. Last but certainly not least, all the athletes that gave their hearts and souls to competing at Cal State University San Marcos. It just goes to show great athletes can make an average coach look exceptional. I'll forever thank you to Cal State San Marcos. You gave me purpose and passion for a career that I never knew I would have. Thank you very much.
hand you those real quick. All right, now moving on, we'd like to induct the 2009, 2010, and 2011 CSUSM women's cross country team. And as a part of our celebration, you know, who better to induct those student athletes than their newly Hall of Fame coach, Coach Steve Scott. So please welcome the Hall of Famer back to the stage to say a few words about these teams.
So in the world of cross country, championships are won in the summer, not in the fall. These athletes must train all summer long, 50 to 60 miles a week, if they had a chance to win anything. And running by yourself is not fun. That's what separates these teams from all the other teams that we've had here at Cal State San Marcos. They had the intestinal fortitude, desire, and passion to make it happen. A story that sums up the attitudes of these teams was, like I said, we go to training camp in Mammoth every summer. It's the 2010, so the 2009 team had won the national championships. We're up in Mammoth, and at some point in the week, I asked the athletes to go in, talk amongst themselves, and set their goals for the year for themselves and for the team. So they did, and they came out and said, we'd like to repeat as champions. Okay. So I'm thinking to myself, we lost two of our top 5 runners, Dallin and Shin, including our top runner, Dallin. Biola came second to us in 2009. They were coming back with their entire team. We had 2 recruits, but really were questionable. I didn't know what their ability was. So in my mind, I'm going, we don't have a chance of winning. No chance. But I gave my best confident look and said, how about top 4? What if we're on the podium? That would be a great accomplishment. It really would. That would be fantastic. They go, you don't believe in us, do you? Oh, no, I do. I do. I totally believe in you. Yes, I believe in you. Well, prove it. I go, well, I don't know. What? Tell me. So they went back in the room, came back out, and said, if we win, you have to get a tattoo. So I don't have any tattoos. I have no piercings. And I said, no problem, because I didn't think they'd win. So by the time we got to nationals, on the plane going up, I was designing the tattoo. The 2 questionable runners had now improved by like 2 minutes. They're both running in the top 5. And we were ranked number 1 in the country by a lot. And it was very obvious that we were going to win. So I made a little heart on my butt. It's got the Cal State San Marcos blue around the outside. It's got 2010 cross-country national champions. And then inside the blue are the initials of all the girls that ran. And to this day, my wife says, where's my initials? You want to see it? No. I tried. So, ladies, it was an honor and a privilege to coach you. You'll always be in my heart and in my right cheek. So at this time, would you please come up to the stage? Those women from 2009, 10, 11, cross country.
Please welcome to the stage inductees Jackie Fox, Katie Villarreal, Jennifer Laura, Whitney Krempen, Heidi Girolamo, Sinye Gulcho, Chelsea Meissner, Jessica Sandoval, Jennifer Albright, and Nancy Di Benedetto.
So at this time, I would like to officially induct the 2009, 2010, and 2011 women's cross-country teams into the CSUSM Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our CSUSM Athletics Hall of Fame inductees this evening. Please welcome by video CSUSM Faculty Athletics Representative, Dr. Ben Cherry.
Hey Cougars, this is Ben Cherry, your Faculty Athletics rep. I'm so sorry that I'm not there in person with you celebrating all that you and your teammates have accomplished this past season, but it's been a great year for Cougar Athletics. I'm here at the NCAA National Office for this coming weekend, representing our campus and our conference in the National SAAC quarterly meeting, as well as our SAAC Super Region Convention. But that's not what I'm here to tell you about. I'm here to talk with you about the FAR Cougar All-Academic Team for 2024. This team represents the student athletes on each team who have achieved the highest GPA among their peers. They're setting an example for themselves and their teammates in the classroom. We know that strong cultures lead to results not only athletically, but also academically. So I applaud each of you who are working really hard in your classroom and in your courses to not only achieve the degree that you came here for, but also to set a high bar in our conference academically. Right now I'm standing outside the Hall of Champions. This is where Cal State San Marcos banner will go up when we win our first national championship as a team. It's a pretty exciting place. If you ever make it to Indianapolis, you should definitely check it out. And speaking of champions, our FAR Cougar All-Academic Team is made up of the academic champions from each of our teams. These are the people who have achieved the single highest GPA for the fall 2024 and the spring 2024 semesters. So here's our team.
Please welcome to the stage Danielle Paulson, who will announce this year's FAR Cougar All-Academic Team.
Hello? Okay. When your name is called, please make your way to the stage to receive your award. From baseball, Mateo Lake. From men's basketball, Max Tengen. From women's basketball, Camille Johnson. From men's cross-country track and field, Nick Melanese. From women's cross-country track and field, Kayla Rathall. From men's golf, Vincent Bankston. From women's golf, Madison Murr. From men's soccer, Tilo Undutch. From women's soccer, Natalie Paulson. From softball, Marissa Morales. And from volleyball, Nalia Trower.
Let's give another round of applause for our Far Cougar All-Academic team. Now it's time to honor this year's CSUSM Student Athletes of the Year as chosen by each sport's head coach. Please welcome to the stage from baseball head coach Jose Garcia.
Good evening. I want to start off by thanking our administration, Murad, Todd, Jason, David, Tyler, Mindy, our training staff, strength and conditioning, and everyone, game operations, and everyone in the Clark. We really appreciate all the support, so thank you all. I also want to recognize our 18 seniors, large class. We got guys that have been here for 1 year. We got guys that have been here since COVID, so super fortunate to be around you guys every single day. We really have a great senior class this year. So thank you guys. And thank you for your contributions to the program. We have a lot of guys that are worthy of this award. We truly do have a great group of people. We got some good baseball players, but good group of guys that care about one another. So this was an incredibly challenging decision to make. But the guy that we're going with is a guy that's been here for 4 years now. Seen him grow and mature over the course of the last 3 years. I can honestly say that he's willing to do anything and everything. There's no job that's too big, too small. Takes a lot of pride in anything and everything that he does. And he's gotten it done on the baseball field as well. So this year, so far, he's leading the conference in saves. He set the program record in all-time record in strikeouts. And I can say he's truly one of one. 2025 Baseball Student Athlete of the Year is Nolan Long.
Please welcome to the stage for men's basketball head coach Nick Booker.
Nervous because I don't want to trip coming up to the stage. So 3 things. Coach Scott, the tattoo, that was interesting. And then the other one is, everyone say butter for me. No, butter, say it louder. All right, that is our terminology when we get down in the shot clock, when the time is running down. So if I go too long, just yell out butter and I'll stop, okay? All right, before I recognize the Student Athlete of the Year for men's basketball, like Coach, I want to thank a couple people first. First, I want to thank my captains, Donovan and Uriah. These guys were tremendous this year. If there's any example of what I want a captain and a leader to look like, I want it to be just like these guys. They did a great job. It was a tough year for us, and that's where a character really shows up. And I thought they did a terrific job in that area. So give them a round of applause. Okay. There's a lot of supporters that are here tonight of the program and obviously overall in athletics. So, thank you for all your support. Support staff. First, I was going to name out David, Jason, Todd, Mindy, Jordan, Armando, Steve, Vanessa, Lisa, Mike, Paul, Ryan, Daniel, Dr. Tracy, Dr. Alvarez, Sam, Zach, and I'm probably missing a few, but really appreciate everything you guys do, everything that you poured in to these student athletes. It's an incredible experience when we can get the whole kind of family together. So appreciate you guys for that. And then obviously my staff, David Kim, Brian Flanagan, Walt Fish, appreciate you guys. And last but not least, now I want to get into the award, all right? So this person who is deserving of this award was an all-conference selection. He led us in points, minutes, rebounds. He had 4 double-doubles in points and rebounds. He's named Student Athlete of the Month. I elected him as a spring captain. He registered over about 50 service hours over the course of the year, won the Big Blue Award for academics while carrying a 3.7 GPA. Really excited to give this award to our junior, a local talent, and that's Dexter Stratton.
Please welcome to the stage from women's basketball, head coach Jana Pearson.
Hello. It's my first time up here, guys. I went around and I asked what this was going to be about and what I needed to say tonight, and everyone kind of gave me their own variations, but everybody said the same thing. They said, don't worry about it. You won't go as long as Ron. So appreciate that. I, too, want to thank everyone that had such a big role in our season and helping us get to where we are. So many of you guys here tonight. If I could just retweet Nick's list, that would be great. But this is by far, I've been in a few universities, but this by far has been one of the most supportive universities that I've ever been a part of, and that's from top down. So just thank you guys so much. Can we give everybody a hand? It's a little bit scary when you start out on this journey and you've got these big dreams in your heart, and you want to really do it well, want to really do it right. But to have you guys come alongside of us has been remarkable. And I also want to give a shout out to my girls over here. They have kept me on my toes. They have showed up every day, competed, really competed. Sometimes we have some difficulties with our officiating in practice, but we get it done out there. So I want to thank you guys. As I thought about who was most deserving of this award, I didn't know really who to select. I could have gone to a number of them, and so I kind of went back to our core values, and tonight's recipient, I felt really just embodied everything that we're trying to be, from being the person that she is, the student that she is, and of course the athlete that she is. And so I just want to read a little bit about her, and this actually comes a little bit from our kind of identity statement. So this recipient is a strong and powerful woman who practices big love with patience and gratitude for the opportunities in front of her. She's a kind and grace-filled woman who refuses to be jealous of another's success or accomplishments. Instead, she chooses to celebrate her teammates, laying aside her own importance and ego. Shame and disrespect have no place in her heart or relationships. Instead, she seeks to honor and lift up. And in doing so, she creates atmospheres and environments where all feel welcome. She is honest and operates in integrity. She never stops believing in the best for her team. She is gritty, viewing setbacks and failures as an opportunity to grow and overcome, and we had a couple of those this year. Though it would have been easy to do so this year, she never gave up, she never let up, and in that example called others up to do the same. She is fierce and brave and chooses to engage this world as a person, a student, and an athlete with her whole heart. She's a woman who loves hard and believes in us. This year's Student Athlete of the Year for women's basketball is Tatum Tomashiro.
Please welcome to the stage from cross country and track and field, head coach Tori Olson.
All right, I've got 4, and I know we're on the clock, so I'll try to go quickly. But first of all, 2 things. There's a lot of people I could thank, but I do want to have Tracy, Anthony, and David stand up and just recognize them. It can make you go crazy sometimes, and I don't want to think where I'd be without them, so thank you guys. Also, Steve, thanks for being here, and thanks for telling us the stories. My wife just 2 days ago asked if I was ever going to get another tattoo, where it would be. And I said, well, at this point, I'm probably too old to get one somewhere, someplace no one's ever going to see it, right? You know, I don't anticipate getting another, but if I did, probably have to be like on my arm or something. And you've given me new food for thought. I'll have to tell her. You never know. Anything's possible. So I've got 4 awards to present, and we'll try to keep it to the point here. Am I announcing them for? All right. We'll start off with our men's cross country award for most valuable athlete, and this person is probably not going to be surprised. He was at the front of our pack in every race we had this season. You know, he is a one of one, as we say, a unique individual, but he put his heart and soul into every race that he ran, made tremendous strides in improvement, and is still doing great things for the program. So Sankop, we'll welcome you up. All right, next up we have women's cross country. Similarly, likely not a huge surprise. She was at the front of our pack every race this fall, and epitomized one of the things that we value among the highest in our program, which is consistency, which stems from a whole lot of things: motivation, discipline, care. So, Angela McManus. Men's track and field. We've got quite a roster this year. It's a group I'm really excited about. We head out 2 days from now to our conference championships, so we'll get to see what they actually do. But it's just been a great group of guys, and so I asked Murad, can we just live draw out of a hat and pick And he said no. So we have selected a recipient. This is a person who I'm really proud to be able to honor tonight with this award, because this is somebody who's come in and improved tremendously over the course of 4 years. But also has just been, everybody who's been around him in the daily work that he's done has really appreciated having gotten to be around him. And I think you can't really overstate that. You'll know what I mean when I say his name, but he's improved 50 feet in his main event, the hammer throw. We'd like to welcome to the stage Will Preddy. All right, last one, women's track and field. We spelled their name right this year. We're proud of that. I would like to, there's so many things I could say, but I'd like to welcome Rasha Badrani to the stage.
Please welcome to the stage from men's and women's golf, head coach Greg Hutton.
All right, can everybody hear me? All right, first off, I want to say good luck to all, congratulations to all the award winners tonight, and good luck to everybody that's going to be getting ready to go travel in postseason and compete. And before I announce our men's golfers of the year, I would like to take a moment to thank all our seniors that are going to be graduating in a couple weeks. We only carry 9 to 10 student athletes on each team, so we're a pretty small, tight team, and I just really appreciate everything you've done in your time here. So you guys are greatly appreciated, and thank you. All right, let's get on to our men's golfers of the year. This year we're going to recognize 2 student athletes, Armand Ragazar and Jason McElroy. So what we looked at when choosing this award was, because we had a lot of guys that were statistically very close. Hold on, you guys, don't come up yet. We're statistically very close from a golf perspective. We really looked at what they were as student athletes and how they embodied the idea of being a student athlete. And from a statistical standpoint, Jason finished the season with the second best scoring average on the team. He competed in all 10 events. He was, his best finish was tied for 3rd at the CSUSM Fujikura Invitational. And Armand led the team in scoring average, finishing in the top 20 in 4 tournaments, including 8th place finish at the CCA Conference Championship. But aside from that, they both excelled in the classroom. And I could go on and start reading all these awards, but my wife told me to not do that because it would be way too long. So anyways, these 2 guys have been great leaders on the course, in the classroom. They're tremendous teammates. And, one's cool, one's got a cool mustache. One goes by Manny, one goes by Peso. I really just want to take a moment to thank both Armand and Jason for everything they've done and contributed to our team. You guys are amazing young men. We're super proud of all that you've accomplished, so please join me in congratulating them.
please welcome to the stage for men's soccer head coach Ron Pulvers. Keep going.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what's going on? I'm definitely going to be done quicker than Ron will be. Okay, our women's golfer of the year. So I have a speech scripted here, but I don't think I'm going to even go with this. I'm going to try and take part of it, but I think I'm going to speak more kind of a little from the heart as far as this individual. So this year's women's golfer of the year is Madison Murr. And first, I want to start by taking a moment to recognize Madison's achievements, and that started at the end of last season. Madison made history last year by winning the first individual women's regional championship. She followed that up with a 6th place finish at the national championship, and ended up earning first team All-American honors. What was incredible about her 6th place finish at the national championship last year was she was actually leading it going into the final round, but she had played 2 consecutive days with like 103 fever, and it was that moment that I realized that this individual was just relentless. Like, there was something about her that I had never seen in anybody that has ever come through either one of these programs. So let me talk about her season to this point, because I think this is a true testament in terms of who she is. In her first 6 events this season, she won 3 and finished runner-up in the other 3. Unfortunately, an injury forced her to miss the final 3 regular season tournaments. Obviously, this is a tough setback for Maddie, but what it ended up showing was just her resilience. Like, she was in the training room every day working with Paul and his staff. I talked to Sam, I talked to Paul, and they're like, she's got it. Like, she just has this attitude that she wants to be out there more than anything else. So 6 weeks later, Maddie shows up at CCA Championship. She literally hadn't played in 6 weeks. I think she got maybe 2 rounds in, and ends up winning the CCA Conference Championship. At the end of the regular season, like Murad said earlier, she's the 2nd-ranked player in the country. Had she been able to play those 3 events, I think she would be the best player in the country. But aside from that, she's an incredible student athlete. Like, she's got so many academic achievements. But that time off, like, she was more worried about, at conference, she was more worried about letting her team down because she hadn't played in 6 weeks than than winning it. Like, and that is just, to me, like, who she is. She's relentless. She's got more work ethic than anybody I've ever seen. And God, just love her. She's amazing, and you deserve this. So come on up, Maddie.
And now, please welcome to the stage for men's soccer head coach Ron Pulvers.
Steve Scott, my heart is full. Man, I love you so much and miss you so much. Steve Scott was the first guy I met when I came on campus in 2005 for my interview. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, if this guy can be here, this must be a special place. I'm gonna tell a story, but I won't tell the ones that I can't tell in this room. Softball, good luck tomorrow. There's a gal named Debbie Dale that Steve Scott mentioned earlier, and she is smiling down on all of us at the moment. And she would be there at 6 a.m. tomorrow giving you guys warm baked chocolate chip cookies to go on your trip. We've come a long way, haven't we, Steve? Unbelievable. Murad, Debbie Dale made every person she came into contact with feel, like Steve said, made you feel like you're coming to Stanford. It took her 30 minutes to walk back behind where all the coaches' offices are because she would spend a few minutes every single day telling you how special you are and how lucky we were to have you. And you do that for us, Murad. Thank you for your support of all of us, your authentic leadership, your genuine care and love for all things Cal State San Marcos. So thank you very much for that. And Debbie Dale is smiling down on this as we speak. So Steve Scott, you don't remember this story maybe. Steve's office was about 10 feet away from the soccer office. And we didn't take our jobs too seriously sometimes, and we'd be throwing things back and forth at each other. And he did flash his tattoo across the hallway a few times, so I have seen that. But Steve Scott, a three-time Olympian, on the cover of Sports Illustrated, has run more sub 4-minute miles than anybody on the planet at one point, and just to me, he was Superman. And one afternoon, and Tori, you know this, and track and field cross knows this as well, after spending all day down on the track and field, he's in his office catching up on paperwork that obviously needed to be done. And I'm sure he's busy, and Joanne's probably waiting for him to come home. And he's sitting in there, and a middle-aged man walked in the office and just knocked on his door and said, "Coach Scott?" And Steve looked up and looked over his glasses at him. He said, "I watched you run in '84. I'm a huge fan of yours." And Steve said, "Come on in, sit down." 45 minutes later, this guy's walking out of Steve's office with a smile ear to ear. And it's a lesson for all of us. Anytime we think we're too busy and don't have time for someone, Steve, I'll never forget that. Anytime I have that feeling where I'm like, I don't have time, I can't do this, I don't have time for somebody, I remember that story. And again, you're just an incredible person. I miss you so much, man. And I really appreciate you coming back. My heart's full. Debbie Dale is happy. So thank you for everything you do. Please, Steve Scott, one more time. Guys, I just want to tell you real quickly that, and I know I've told you this before, that you guys make me feel like I'm the luckiest coach on the planet to be able to coach you guys every day. So thank you guys for that. Thanks for what you bring every day. Men's soccer student athlete of the year is a guy who carried our team when we were 4-0-3 and then the top 25, and tried to carry our team when we were 0-7-4 on the backside of our season. Student athlete of the year, 11 goals, first team all CCAA, and second team all West Region goes to Ryan Menardis. He is not here this evening, but accepting his award, the award on his behalf, is the Flying Hawaiian from the compound, Riley Patterson. So, thank you.
Please welcome to State Room Women's Soccer head coach Bobby Rennison.
All right, good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all the award winners once again. But I do have a confession to make. I, too, have seen Coach Scott's tattoo. So it is a real thing. And I was there right there with Coach Pulvers as well. And, what an accomplishment. So, one of the common themes throughout the night has been, certainly courage and growth. And it takes a lot of courage to be in this space. And, once again, congratulations to all the award winners and to all the teams that are still competing and have competed throughout the year. That's a big part of this, development process. And I was asked recently, what do I take most value out of in terms of being a coach? And it's the growth element. And, watching these individuals and, for our team currently right now and our student athletes, I can't thank you enough once again for allowing me to be a part of your journey and your growth. It's a privilege to be a part of that every day, and I don't take that for granted ever, and I appreciate you and I love you very much. But within that realm, the student athlete, within our program and, the one that our coaching staff has kind of recognized, throughout this year that has embodied that, development process of courage and growth is a young lady that, quite honestly, she's remarkable. This past fall, she was the CSC third team academic All-American. She's a biological sciences major with a 3.98 GPA. She was first team All-CCA. She was our leading goal scorer, and that is Danielle Paulson.
Please welcome to the stage from softball, head coach AJ Robinson.
All right, first time up here, so I'll probably read my speech really fast, but I think we're about out of time, so that's going to help you out, Mindy, back there. I heard butter as I was walking up to the stage, so. I have not seen the tattoo, and I'm good. But the girls in the back, my team, they're demanding one if we win the World Series, so it's on. Not here. Maybe on my leg, all right? All right, so first I'd like to congratulate all of the Cougar teams, the coaching staffs. We've had a great year, made tons of memories, and it's just a really exceptional place to coach at, and I'm so proud to be here. Thank you to all of the staff. I'm not gonna name you all because I don't have enough time, but I appreciate you very much. And especially my coaching staff, Coach Roz, amazing. And our volunteer coach Rick, who is not able to be here tonight. But all right, here we go. So our softball team has put together another very successful season, and we still have a lot more to accomplish. We're leaving at 6 a.m. to go accomplish a little more. I hope that you all follow along. We really appreciate all the support from the other sports teams and the coaching staff. So we play Wednesday at noon, and cheer us on. So before I announce our Student Athlete of the Year, I'd like to give a huge thank you to our incredible senior class. Over the last 4 years, the softball program here at CSUSM has risen to be one of the best softball programs in the country. We have been rated in the top 25 in the country each of the last 4 years, and we plan on continuing what this senior class has accomplished the last 4 years. Just a few of the accomplishments from this team. We've been CCA regular season champions, CCA tournament champions, NCAA West Region champions, 5th place at the World Series in 2023, 2 super regional appearances, 3 regional appearances. We got more to come. And individually, we've had NFCA All-Americans, NFCA All-Region Award winners, CCA All-Conference, CCA Pitcher of the Year, Newcomer of the Year, Freshman of the Year, and a few hours ago we had 8 more of our players on the All-CCA team for this season. So we've been able to accomplish a ton. A couple more I missed. We have regional and super regional MVPs, and one of our players was on the All World Series team in 2023. So tons and tons of success and awards for this group. And I think that the winner of our award would want me up here talking about the team and not about herself, because that's who she is. But I do have to name somebody. And the winner of the 2025 Student Athlete of the Year for softball, it could be a number of players on this team, and it was not an easy choice. Our winner is a player that has led on the field, in the classroom, and in the weight room. She is highly motivated and an outstanding leader for our team. Please congratulate our 2025 Student Athlete of the Year, Madison Waymeyer.
And please welcome to the stage from volleyball, head coach Andrea Leonard.
Okay, I have to acknowledge Coach Scott. That was volleyball back there saying prove it. So before I get started, I also want to say a sincere thank you to Trudy Mangrum and your family. It was just an amazing Giving Day for us this year, and thank you for being here. It's an honor to be in the same presence as you, so thank you. I want to, congratulations to, I'm going to read this and make it go a lot quicker. Congratulations to all of our award winners, as well as all of our student athletes, staff, coaches, and administration. It's an honor to be amongst all this talent and inspiration that is CSUSM. I also want to give a special thank you to Murad Shah. Your inspiration is truly amazing, and I certainly appreciate it. All of our staff and support personnel as well, so thank you very much. Also, a heartfelt thank you to my team, to Coach Dak, and our volunteers, Danny McCaslin and Jackie Phillips. I'd also like to begin by acknowledging the impact of our 9 seniors. We have 9 of them, which is half of our team. Jada, Gracie, Alyssa, Isabel, Jackie, Danny, Kelly, Jessica, and Maya. I have asked each of you to leave a legacy, and that you did. You have all left an unwavering commitment to excellence on the court, in the classroom, and within the community. The senior class has not only elevated the program, but left a lasting impact. Their leadership, passion, academic achievement, and dedication to service have paved the way for future classes to rise even higher. Well done. Thank you. And now a little bit about our award recipient. She's the perfect example of what it means to chase excellence with passion and determination. Her dream isn't just about winning games or earning accolades. It's about pushing past limits, embracing challenges, and growing into the best version of herself. Every practice, every early morning and late night workout, every moment of doubt that she has overcome has been a step towards something greater. Her legacy is measured by the relentless dedication and work ethic she pours into every practice, every game, and every teammate she uplifts. Her mindset is one of unwavering determination. Whether facing adversity or celebrating victory, she embodies resilience, grace, and an unbreakable will to succeed. She carries herself with integrity and never settling for anything less than the absolute best. She has shown that her dreams aren't just wishes, they're built in grit, resilience, and an unwavering commitment. What makes her truly extraordinary is her ability to inspire others along the way. She doesn't just aim for success, she lifts those around her, proving that leadership isn't just about personal achievement, but also about encouraging others to dream just as boldly. Today we celebrate her accomplishments, knowing she'll keep striving for more. She reminds us that greatness isn't something you find, it's something you build step by step, day by day, reminding us all that true greatness is not just about skill, it's about heart. Isabel Bakken, you are more than an outstanding player. You are a force to be reckoned with, and we are so proud to celebrate you. Congratulations.
Let's give all of our student athletes of the year another round of applause. And now it's time to celebrate with all of our graduating seniors. The time has come to present our student athlete sashes. Please welcome to the stage Taylor Cartwright and Anna Moreno, who will be reading the names of this year's graduates. And please also welcome back to the stage Vice President Vera Diana Diaz and Murad Shah, who will present the sashes.
From baseball, Spencer Anderson. Trevor Eby. Connor Gleisner. Mateo Lake. Nolan Long. Cameron Mahaffey. Mason McDonald. Isaiah Monge. Sammy Murphy. Fisher Pyatt. Ethan Rivera. Evan Scally. Trevor Schott. Garrett Tunison. Xavier Watson. And Tyler Weaver.
From men's basketball, Uriah Foster. Donovan Watkins.
From women's basketball, Rory Hetrick. Rose Morse.
From men's cross country, track and field, Amari Berry. Aiden Fernandez. Atakalti Gibru. Mateo Gomez. Sean Catchy. Kalathan Lewa McKay. Matthew Musa. Will Prouty. Nate Valencia.
From women's cross country, track and field, Rasha Badrani. Kaylee Fry. Kayla James. Emma Mills. Maria Texas. Rochelle Zilovek.
For men's golf, Cutter Ayers. Vinny Bingston. Patrick Jock. Jason McElroy. Greg Mauser. Armand Ragazar.
From women's golf, Reagan Barton. McKenna Cabardo. Diana Delgado. Madison Murr.
From men's soccer, Ryan Brown. Logan Garcia. Nomar Ibarra. Ryan Minardis. Pablo Orozco. Oliver Reeder. Vincent Saldivar.
From women's soccer, Savannah Prado.
From softball, Anissa Arredondo. Savannah Coyle. Paige Donnelly. Dahlia Fink. Mackenzie Giuliano. Mackenzie Kessler. Gianna Lombardi. Delaney Prater. Jalen Sloss. Madison Waymeyer.
From women's volleyball, Isabel Bakken. Jada Blake. Maya Galvin. Alyssa Garala. Kelly Mikowitz. Jackie Phillips. Jessica Thomas. Gracie Zeitz.
And now for our postgraduates. Women's basketball, Camille Johnson. Baseball, Preston Kelly. Volleyball, Danielle McCaslan. Men's cross country, track and field, Nick Melanese. Women's basketball, Destiny Okonkwo. Women's cross country, track and field, Elise Ortiz. Baseball, Marco Piricello.
Congratulations to all of this year's graduates. Please welcome back to the stage SAAC Presidents Armand Ragozar and Jackie Phillips.
We just wanted to thank all of you, student athletes, coaches, administrators, and supporters for making this year so special. Yeah. Your dedication, resilience, and commitment to excellence both on and off the field inspire us all. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments, and thank you for allowing us the privilege to serve as your co-presidents this year. And good luck to all of our spring sports as they finish up their seasons. There will be a photo booth in the back in case anyone would like to take pictures. Thank you all for coming, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Go Cougars.
Student athletes, as you are leaving, please help us by disposing of all plates and water bottles. Again, as you are leaving, please help us by disposing of all plates and water bottles. Thank you.